Hello and welcome to my review of Michael Kors perfume called Michael. This is another request that I've received from a subscriber of mine called CosmeticEdition. So this one's for you. Thank you for requesting it. I do take requests and I'm happy to do them. If it's something you'd like me to talk about, why would I not? It's perfume at the end of the day. So yeah, Michael Kors, Michael. This one is incredibly special to me. I can tell you that it's literally in my top 5 favourite fragrances for women ever. Let me just move back, sorry, I always do that, don't I? I always think my head's going to get chopped off. Wouldn't be a bad thing. So yeah, it's in my top 5 fragrances for women, marketed towards women, ever. And it remains to be. It was my signature for probably about 7 years. I've only recently really fallen in love with Dolce & Gabbana Parfum, so I now kind of say that's my signature, but I think this is probably my true signature. First time I smelt it, I was completely intoxicated by it and fell in love instantly. So it's a floral woody musk perfume. It came out, I think, around about 2004. I smelt it probably about a year after that, and I'm finding that it's harder and harder to find online, especially, which is really worrying, and especially for not for a good price anymore. It seems to be going up, which really worries me because I don't want it to be discontinued because I would go mad, basically. So yeah, floral woody musk. I'll tell you what's in it and then I'll show you the bottle. So this, it's got 2 top notes. It's got French labdanum and freesia. Labdanum is a resin. It's really unusual to have a resin in the top notes of a perfume, I think. They're normally kind of heart, mainly base, because of them being so deep and rich. And freesia, yeah, that's a very kind of light, fresh flower. The heart notes of it are tuberose, violet, peony and violet root, and then the base is musk, vetiver and cashmere wood. I did speak about cashmere wood in another review of mine. Do you know what, I can't remember which one it was now, so I do apologise. But cashmere wood is basically something that I think has been made up. It's not an actual note in itself. I think it's a blend of a few things that are made to feel or smell kind of like a very smooth woodsy smell. So that's what's in this. Here's the bottle. This is probably my 5th or 6th bottle of this that I've gone through. This was actually a gift. I used to have the bigger ones, but this one's only the little 30ml one. So it comes in a silvery box with, on the side, you've got a kind of beige suede inner. It says Michael Kors on the front. It only comes in eau de parfum. You can't get an eau de toilette of this. On the back it's got the ingredients, as usual. And it slides out like that. So you take this little extra section out. Here's the bottle. It's really cute. This one's cute. They don't vary in style from 50ml to 100. You know, sometimes they'll vary the style of the bottle a little bit. I'm trying to think of one now. For instance, Calvin Klein Beauty. It's silver if you get the 50ml or bigger, but the small one hasn't got the silver on it. These all look the same. They just get bigger. So it's got kind of a faceted V on the front and back. The sprayer is built in. It's not one you can kind of, I don't know, you don't need a lid for it basically, so that's basically it. It's got the big silver rim around it, and the perfume is also kind of V as well. It kind of is shaped like that, so one of those deceiving bottles where it might fool you to thinking you've got more left than you actually have. I hate it when they do that, but you know, at least you know it's 30ml, so you're not going to get fooled. And yeah, it just says Michael Kors on the front. This one is the one that's called Michael. I've found that his perfumes can be really confusing because he's got Michael Kors Michael, then he's got Michael Kors Michael Kors, he's got Michael Kors Kors, he's got Michael Kors Very Michael Kors. I think he could just be a little bit more original with his names, so it is a bit confusing with his sometimes, but this one is just called Michael, so if you did ever want to buy it, that's the one you need to ask for, and hopefully the sales assistant will be knowledgeable enough to be able to point you in the right direction. So yeah, I'll spray it on my hand. Not that I need to, I've worn this thousands of times. But yeah, so as I said, this is just, I love it basically. I'm really biased, so I'm probably going to sing its praises a lot. It might not be for everybody. But what I'll say about this is tuberose. If you've never smelt tuberose, you will when you spray this perfume, because this is tuberose, to me, I think at its best. And I'll just quickly tell you about tuberose. I've smelt it I swear there's two different kinds of tuberose, because obviously it depends what it's blended with. But I've smelt tuberose, this kind, and I've smelt the tuberose which is a lot more classic-y, and it's a lot more not as definite smelling. The tuberose in this is the same tuberose that you find in Calvin Klein's Beauty perfume, Kim Kardashian's first perfume, and Christina Aguilera's perfume called Inspire, and also Paris Hilton's Tease. But in all of those, it's like, it's not as luscious and gorgeous as it is in this. In this, it's like, I'm tuberose, I am here, smell me bitches and love it. Like, there's no getting away from it. That's how much it's really thick, heady, pungent, but I think beautiful tuberose perfume. The fact that you've got labdanum in the top, which is a resin, makes this even more thick, pungent, heady. It's a really, really strong perfume. I'm pretty sure that I over apply this every time I wear it, but I don't care because I love it. It is probably the most complimented perfume I've ever worn. I guarantee when I wear it, somebody says to me, "What is that?" Boys and girls ask me. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Maybe they're thinking, "Oh, what is that?" But they come up to me and ask me, and I've sometimes sprayed on people and they've loved it. Yeah, this is more of a modern tuberose. The other tuberose I was talking about, that's the one that I've smelt in things like Fragile by Jean Paul Gaultier, the one that looks like a snow globe bottle, and also Fracas by, is it Jean Picot? I don't know, I can't pronounce his name properly. But there's a lot of the more older or classic smelling perfumes that have a different, it seems like a different kind of tuberose, I don't know. There's two. So if you've ever smelled any of the ones I just mentioned at the beginning, that's what you've got with this. But this is like a much more luxurious, thick, deeper, just lovely version of it. It's got a hint of green in it. I'm not sure where that comes from really. It might be the violet root, I'm not sure. But violets are quite a delicate sweet flower. Peony also a very sweet flower. Tuberose doesn't give a shit. It basically stomps all over that. They must be there at some point, but it really is just all about the tuberose. It's very woodsy as well. Not majorly, but there is a lovely smooth woodsiness to it. So I guess the cashmere wood does work very well in this. He's got another version of this called Suede, which I really am dying to smell. If anybody knows where I can get it from, please tell me. Because I reckon it's going to be this, but maybe a little bit more muted and toned down and sexy. I wouldn't call this tame in any way. I wouldn't call it soft, delicate, sweet. I would call this powerful, statement perfume, signature scent, which is why I chose it for me. And that's it really. I find that it lasts an extremely long time on me. I don't need a lot, but I do spray a lot anyway because I don't care. And it stays fairly linear, and what I mean by linear, as I always say, is it doesn't change much over time. What you get when you first spray it is pretty much what you get at the end of it, when you say if you came home at the end of the night. It might just maybe lose a bit of creaminess. But that's it really. It's a tough one to describe if you've never smelled tuberose before. Tuberose is kind of slightly tropical, but wham bam powerful, and just stunning. It's the first time I've ever smelled tuberose when I smelled this, and I was taken aback, and I ran up to the girl who was wearing it. I said, please, because I smelled it as she walked into a bar. It floated down the bar, and I ran straight up to her and I said, please tell me what that is. I've never smelled it before. But I hope you enjoyed that review. Go out and smell it, and if you can't find this, then do smell Christina Aguilera's Inspire, Kim Kardashian's first perfume, Paris Hilton's Tease, and Calvin Klein's Beauty. But imagine a more pronounced version of those perfumes that's much more lush and tropical and luxurious. Alright, hope you enjoyed Cosmetic Edition.